It's official. This is the cover that I wore nearly every day for the last 4 years in the United States Marine Corps, and I don't need to wear it anymore because I'm getting out and I am going all in on photography. I'm excited. It freaking pumps me up, and I'm excited to use YouTube as a platform to share some of the things I'm learning along the way and share my experiences. I've been dabbling in photography for about 8 years, I'd say, and I've been serious about it for the last few, working 60-hour weeks, but shooting on in the nights, on the weekends, and learning everything that I can. So today is a holy grail video. I'm a little biased, but I think it will be beneficial. I'm going through 10 tips, tricks, tools that I use in Lightroom every day. I'm currently working for a surfboard company and shooting for them every day, product shots, lifestyle shots, water shots. And today we're going to go through 5 unique images, a few commercial, a few fun, a few I did for Album, the surfboard company, and go through these 10 tips and tricks. I'm going to edit these kind of from start to finish, and so I'll probably go through more than 10. I'm going to try to focus on those 10. It may be long. If so, better for you because it's more things that you can learn, honestly. And yeah, just as a prelude, I don't like to alter reality, so I don't like to add mountains into a desert scene. That's not a jab at Peter McKinnon. I know he's I've seen him do that in a video, and he's incredible, probably way better than I'll ever be. But that's just not my style. I don't like to add stars into a daytime sky and make it look like night. I like to capture reality and put my own style on it. I'd like to see us as photographers, as artists, and or artists, and Lightroom is a tool that we can use to personalize that and put our own signature, our taste on every single photo. So without further ado, I'll jump in. If this is valuable, do what you do on YouTube. Please comment, like, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, I'm going to do a screen share and go through the photos with you. So I'm Ben. Appreciate it. Welcome to my channel. All right, let's jump right in on this image. My friend Caleb in a Porsche 911. This was a project I did for fun. I've worked with this jacket company before and thought it would be cool to wear it. I actually did one of these just a second ago to practice, and it took me 3 to 4 minutes on this first photo. So I'm going to try to move a little quicker because we are trying to only focus on 10 things, maybe not getting too crazy. So I'm going to throw a basic edit down. This might be like kind of my workflow that I go through on something like this. Yeah, just some basic stuff. So already, I mean, that's looking way different and better. We haven't even got into it. So I'm going to throw this crop. I'm going to do the 16 by 10. I'll do 16 by 9 too. Bring that back full screen. First tip. Okay, we got the basics. First tip I want to talk about is just the level tool. Is that what it's called? Level tool? I don't know. This guy right here. Throw the angle. Trace that. Boom. Easy. Boom. Boom. That's great for surf. I use that on surf images all day, every day. And then color grading. So you can change the colors. We're at a minute 30. You can change the colors with the temperature, with the color here. Color grading is also really cool. So I'm going to throw into the shadows. I mean, that would be full force. That's a bit much for me unless you're like going for something crazy matrixy. But boom, I like doing opposites. So maybe like blue, pink, blue, orange, green, pink. I mean, I don't know. You kind of play with it. Like I said, you're an artist and this is your canvas. Get crazy. I mean, there's ways to do it, but you can't really, somebody can't tell you what you're doing is wrong. So I know I'm moving fast, but bam, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. 2 minutes. All right. So I mean, there's a few things I'd change, and the computer clearly is catching up. Does that grain just popped on? It was like really slow. But you get the idea. So first 2 things I want to talk about: leveler, color grading. Color grading, leveler. I hope that helped. Real quick. Crop that bad boy for Instagram. Bam.
I don't really love that crop. Right here. Bam! On the ear. Third on the ear. No, I don't normally do that. I normally do it on the eye. But there you go. You get the idea. You see that little K tattoo? That is nice, Caleb. Okay. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2, I think I wanted to get into this, opening up my notes. This horizon shot. So this shot is mind blown. I love these shots. I do them all the time when I'm at the ocean. That's a whole video in itself. Maybe I'll make that video sometime of how to do these. You guys might already know, but let me know if that's something you'd like to see. So I'm just trying to make it decent looking here so that I can show the 2 tips and tricks that I want to show. That looks pretty nice. Something you'll notice, all right? And this, I'm not going to do this maybe all the way through because this would take forever, but something you'll notice is because I shot this on such a low shutter speed and in such a high f-stop and my sensor is freaking dirty, you will see these millions of spots. That happens. I clean my sensor. I've cleaned it myself quite a few times. I've gotten it cleaned, but I shoot every day on the beach and whatever, it just happens. And probably here I'm shooting like really low. So here's the first one. This is a huge trick. You'll love this. Right click on the photo, go to edit in Adobe Photoshop 2022. I should have done this first so that we didn't have to wait for it to load. Maybe I'll speed up here. Boom. We're in Photoshop. Okay. We're going to clean this up. I'm not going to do it as thorough as I would do it if I was going to make this thing legit, but I went through these photos and I got rid of every damn spot. I've done it before. Best thing is just clean your sensor, but whatever. We'll do what we can. So hit this Bandaid tool, right click. You can do 2 things, healing brush tool, spot healing. Spot healing is probably your easiest. And you are just going to go in the zone like a obsessed, I don't even know, like an obsessed neighbor with the lawn on scissors. You're just detail, or I don't know if that made any sense. You are just getting in the weeds. You are boom. You're hitting the spots, baby. You are hitting, you are cleaning, you are just making this beautiful. All right, so that is pretty good. We're back. Jeez, that took forever. I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Save. That was clearly an extreme example. I'd be nervous to print something like that has so many spots, but for social media, I mean, that looks pretty dang good. Then once I hit Save, it's going to automatically update here in Lightroom because I hit Edit In. So boom, look at that. I mean, that looks pretty good, I would say. One thing when you hit that, you can't go back and make your own your old edits. I forgot to say that. So normally I would finish up most of what I wanted to do to the image before I went and edit in, or do the edit in first. But yeah, unfortunately, like a few of the things that I maybe would have tweaked, they're already done. But for sake, moving in. So first tip on this was the edit in. Second one is let me see if it will even do it on here. Select sky. So cool feature, boom, easy. So this is something you'll use all the time. It's a new update on the 2022 version. So second one, edit, is select the sky. You're going to hit here, the filter, boom, select sky, boom. It's going to capture it. I already did it on this one. It's going to do this, and then you're going to edit just that part. That makes sense? Super easy. 2 things. Edit in, right click. Excuse me, here's the OG. So here's before I got rid of the spots. Here's the spotted. Edit in, Photoshop, boom. And then the filter, boom, sky. Got it, sweet. Okay. Third image. We are moving. That was a long one. This one's commercial work. I did in Joshua Tree of this person. I don't do these kind of images all the time, to be honest. I'm maybe not as stoked about them, but this was a very pretty person, and I got to pay the bills, right? So there's kind of a basic feel. I'm not loving that right now, but that's a basic look. Good image for sure. So I'm going to use the Bandaid tool, which I don't really think she even needs, but I just wanted to show you it. So if she had spots like this, super common, she probably won't see this video, so she won't mind. But hit the Bandaid tool here. I like to do a feather because it's going to make it look, watch, without a feather, it's going to you'll be able to maybe see that circle. Yeah, well, you can't really there. Her face is so good. But I like to throw in a feather. And you might want to just get rid of a few spots. I mean, I'm not going to get rid of like moles and shit because, I mean, that's who they are, right? You don't want one photo to have one and one not. I don't know. Maybe some people would want you to get rid of them, but I'm not going to because that's who they are. So that's that Bandaid tool. That's a good, really good tool so you don't have to bump it into Photoshop every time. And then I'm going to show you how to rock these eyes out. So you're going to hit the here. Boom. You're going to hit the brush. Boom. And then you're going to just highlight those eyeballs. I have a little bit of feather. And I try to match the color of the eyes that are already there. So she's got some bluish, like bluish green eyes. Those are pretty pronounced. But if I just bump those up already, you can tell those eyes are like insane. So I'll play with eyes whenever I'm doing a shot of people. And I mean, that right there, that vignette made it look pretty good. That's not bad for about 2 seconds. I mean, I'm taking forever on here, so I'm going to try not to, take a century. Fourth image. We are moving. This was a cool shot. I think the main thing here is I want to crop this thing right into there. Oh, I don't know. Right into something like that there. Let me brighten it a little. I kind of have a pattern. I try not to get super robotic, but it happens. Again, I'm moving pretty fast here, so this video is not 35 minutes long. I can sometimes edit for a long time. Okay, cool. So that looks not bad. 2 tips. Linear gradient. So right here, mask, linear gradient, drag that bad boy. I'm sure you guys probably know this, but I still feel like some people don't use it. You see how it's just darkening that where I pull from? I mean, I could throw one up top. I don't know if I would, but I could. Let's check it. Maybe a little. And then maybe brush these just slightly. Okay. I mean, that's pretty cool, I would say. Something I wanted to talk about on this one. So we talked about the linear gradient. I want to talk about crops. So this thing's loading. When you take images, I think you should get in a habit of cropping those images 2 different ways. So I don't know, I'm playing around here. So for a lot of clients, they're going to want landscape and vertical. We're all used to this Instagram 1:1 is what it used to be, 4:5 now, but not everything's only about Instagram. So get in a habit of editing a good photo. Just while you're editing it, you might as well be doing it twice, right? So I might have an image like this. I might edit it 4:5 for Instagram. I might be like, oh, that's cool, whatever. I might get weird with it. And rotate it left just to check it out. That's interesting. Not really feeling that. But I'm also going to do a landscape 16:9 or 16:10. And I'm going to export both. This thing is not. It's like there. It was like really struggling with loading. I don't know if you noticed that, but now it's loaded. Honestly, that looks fucking amazing. That looks incredible. So put in subfolder 5 Jan. Ben Steele makes the best photo edits. Whatever. I'm just going to say makes best. Boom. I'm going to export it once. 16:9. Then I'm going to go into 4:5. Now that it's loading, it doesn't look like shit. Nice. Nice. Okay. That looks pretty dope. I'm going to go back to that gradient real fast, though. I'm going to darken the crap out of that. Boom. Wow. That's nice. So I'm going to export with previous. It's already going into that folder. I'm going to go use unique names. Now I have a 4:5 and a landscape. So the client, yourself, you can use it for your website. You can use it for Instagram, whatever. You're not limited. So 2 things. Linear gradients. Boom, boom. And cropping. Wonderful. One to the last one, people. Let's go. We're going for the marathon. So I think this one I just wanted to go through some basic color editing things. I mean, right here. This isn't even what I'm talking about, but just think symmetrical, right? So, also on those editing sizes, you might want to throw in a 16:9. That's going to be for your Instagram story. A client might like if you throw one of those bad boys into the mix, just because if you don't edit it for Instagram, if you just give them the 4:5 and then want them to edit for the story, they might not get quite as good of an image because it's going to have things cut out. So while you're in, just have your clients in mind, crop it for them while you're in there, you know. This one I already had this edited and I really liked my edit. I spent a while on it, so it might be hard to remake really fast, but that's kind of cool. I kind of like the darkness. I like shooting dark images sometime. I'm going to throw in this linear gradient. All right, so colors, I already kind of just buzzed through them, so I'm sorry. Here's your colors. Hue, this is the kind like the shade of the color. I'm going to go more orange, more red, more orange, more yellow, orange, yellow, green, blue, green. This is like teal, blue, like watch. See, that's not great. That's like purple, but maybe a little bit. That's nice. Saturation, you know what that is? More or less color. Luminance is the brightness. So you can throw that. I do this, see what I'm working with. You can click and drag, and that's going to change for you. But sometimes I just like to click, okay, blue, cool. I'm going to do a little less. Okay, what color is his skin? This is my friend Matt. This is who I work for. He's the owner of Album Surf, absolute legend. Got some sun damage, though, unfortunately. So, maybe take down those oranges. I took down the yellow because I'm not into that right there. So, boom. What is that? Yellow. Less. And then I also just wanted to mention grain. So, grain is something that I've played with a lot the last few months because Album has that, that vintage style. And it's sometimes nice to roughen up an image. So, I don't always do it. It's not necessarily who I am, but sometimes it's really nice. So I would say just get in there, play with the grain a little bit, and you might, that's pretty doing it for me. You might like what you see. All right, let's check. Oh, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, real quick, the 5. First, we went through on this, the leveler, color grading. Second image, we went through the edit in Photoshop, the select sky. Third image, we went through the Bandaid tool, brighten eyes. Fourth image, we went through the linear gradient. Also, I talked about cropping, landscape, and vertical. Fifth image, changing and editing specific colors and grain. I also went through tons of other shit. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to do a little outro now. We'll do that.
All right, I'm back. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I hope you're not too tired. That was a lot, but I guess in summary, Lightroom is incredible. I love it. I probably went in too deep. I'm sorry. I always do it on Lightroom, but it's valuable to get in there, click around, learn some things. Maybe go through these tips, tricks, tools, and try to apply one thing every day. Say, okay, I'm going to do the linear gradient today. Today I'm going to mess around with grain. Today I'm going to crop my photos differently. Today I'm going to actually mess with the colors. Don't do it just like I did it. Take the time, mess around, see what your style is, see what you like. Don't apply filters if you want to be a photographer. If you're doing it as a hobby, fine. I purchased a few filters 3 years ago, and I applied them because in Lightroom you can see where those filters came from. So I applied them to see, like, I bought a couple from Peter McKinnon. I was like, okay, how does Peter edit his photos? Turns out I don't edit my photos now anything like what Peter was doing, but I did learn some things. So that's cool. But I would say don't do it in the long run. It's really just not. It's not going to help you. You got to take the time to learn it. Nothing is easy in life. If you want to be successful, you got to freaking grind it out, right? You got to put in the time. And then if you do, you'll see some amazing things. So I hope you appreciate it. Like and subscribe. And yeah, I'm going to end it there. Thank you.